Check. What's up, everybody? I'm going to spotlight myself so you can all see my beautiful face. Wow, we grew today. This is incredible. Got a bunch more folks joining us. We're up to in the 40s here. We're also now streaming live on YouTube, which I think is pretty cool. Um, you know, that's just me. I figured out that you could do that through Zoom today, and I was otherwise unaware. So, welcome to my technological background. Hooray! I know what I'm doing. It appears at least. So, um, while I've got you, let's see. I'm going to unspotlight myself really quick because I'm curious. How do I do that? Oh, we are still growing. Here we go. How many of you actually did the shit that I asked you to do? Sweet. Drop in the comments. I'm curious to hear what you have to say about your experiences with the word no. Also, if you're not in the group and you're not sharing with us, that's so important, and it's so much more fun if you do that. Gives you just a whole other way to interact with us and to have some fun. A couple of little things today. I did see some of your comments in the group, and I really enjoyed reading those. And I have been able to get in there and comment. So I am curating that personally. So if you want to get in there and talk to us and tell us what you're experiencing and going through, a few of you were like, I'm not sure this is for me. This challenge doesn't seem like it's going to work. Well, yeah, not every day is going to be, exactly what you need. But trust me, I've scaled this in a place that it's going to continue to torture you throughout in more meaningful ways. So, hooray for you. Um, with that said, are there any questions I can answer? I just want to give everybody a few more minutes to get logged in. If there are, just drop them in the chat here, and I'll happily do that. Let's see. Live on YouTube. Everybody's pretty excited. Welcome. I'm the tech master these days. Wow, that's a stretch. Mexico City, welcome back. Good to see you again. I just think that's so cool. I've wanted to come down there every year for the Day of the Dead, and I'm going to do it one of these years. Los Angeles, hello. Always good to see you. Got Seattle. The community, this was a great question. Looks like somebody answered it. You got an email about that. You guys are so good to each other. It's like the Great British Baking Show. You're so nice to each other. All right. Didn't get anything in an email to download. Okay, so you wouldn't have any downloads, Leaf? We'll go with that. I'm going to do the best I can on that name. I know I just butchered it. But you wouldn't have any downloads except that you can get into the group where you'll be able to find all of the information. Mr. Greenall, of course, is here helping me curate all that. Looks like I've got a few things. It was so scary. Yeah, you're not wrong. Never got yesterday's. Chris, hop into the group, into the course, and you should be able to find it. And then I'm glad you guys are liking the pace. So a couple things, speaking of pace, I recognized yesterday that I managed to get this knocked out in 7 minutes. And that is because I think I might have been a touch nervous and talking a little too quickly. So I'm going to try to slow down a little bit for you guys today, and take my time with the material because it is very good material, and I want to make sure that you get everything you need from it. So without further ado, today is day 2 of our 5-day How to Stop People Pleasing challenge. First thing I want to start with, of course, is the core psychology. So chronic apologizers aren't polite. They're terrified. The over-apology reflex is an unconscious move to preempt rejection. It's not about actual remorse. It's about identity management. So every sorry is a little white flag. It's basically you surrendering. So it's saying, please don't hate me for needing something. Please don't notice that I exist. And this goes straight to Alfred Adler. We're talking about him again. Goes straight to his inferiority complex. The people pleaser believes their existence creates a burden, and they've trained themselves to offer tiny rituals of penance to remain unlovable. Viktor Frankl talks about this also. On the other hand, he would say that it's a forfeiture of your freedom. You've given up your attitude and your internal stance to maintain surface level harmony. And that's a form of spiritual cowardice. And the fix is kind of twofold. It's to separate guilt from discomfort and to stop using I'm sorry as a hall pass to take up space. Does that resonate for you guys? Okay, good. We're on the right track. So today, we're going to go with a couple of new ideas, right? So I want you to ask yourself, how many times did you say sorry today? Whether it's for interrupting, for asking a question, for taking up space. Most of you aren't sorry at all. You're just scared, right? You've been trained to lead with shame to avoid rejection. So you pre-apologize, you preempt, you shrink, and you submit. The question is why? And it's because somewhere along the way you learned that if I make myself small enough, I won't be able to get hurt. I recognize this and resonate with this very heavily myself. So let's just be clear. There are only 2 times that you need to apologize. The first is when you've caused harm. And the second is when you've broken a commitment. That's it. Anything else is not an apology. It's self-sabotage, right? You're sorry, not because you did something wrong, but because you think being seen is wrong. And the problem isn't politeness, it's panic. It's chaos in your mind. And where this gets worse is the more you do it, the more you convince your nervous system that it exists in a dangerous environment. And that existing by itself is dangerous, right? Every unconscious sorry is a microdose of shame. It's a subconscious training that says, don't get used to me being here. And you wonder why you feel invisible all the time. So the truth is, people pleasers don't say they're sorry because they messed up. They say they're sorry because they think they are a mess. It's preemptively saying, I'm not enough. And when you operate from that algorithmic set and you say, okay, this is how I'm going to program my life going forward, you end up creating a gap between who you are and who you want to be. And every time you apologize, that gap gets wider and wider and wider. And then eventually you start saying things like, I don't know who I am anymore. I don't know what my interests are. Why doesn't anybody like me? Why don't I ever get invited to the barbecue? And these are the common threads that I've seen among, I've been doing people pleasing coaching now for 5 years. I've been a coach for 15 years. And throughout that entire timeline, every single time I get on the phone with somebody, they say the same thing. It's the idea that I'm always welcome, but I'm never invited. And if that resonates, the reason that's happening is because people invite you. Oop, I'm going to let a few people in. People invite you and they love you, but they don't know you. What they know is that they can count on you contributing to the fun. They can count on you being a part of it. They can count on that, but they don't know to invite you because they don't know or care about the version of you that you've shown them, this curated, I'm sorry machine. So, and I apologize to those I didn't let in. I didn't even see either. So today's challenge, you guys are going to hate this, is to go an entire day without apologizing. Not one apology should you utter. There again, let's be clear, there are only two things. If you hurt somebody, i.e., you harmed someone, or you didn't live up to a commitment. Those are the two things. You make a commitment and you don't follow through, you should apologize. And if you hurt someone, do them harm, intentionally or otherwise, totally fine to apologize. Other than that, no apologies. Now, at the end here, I'll give you a replacement sentence that's much more useful. Okay. So rather than I'm sorry, you say, excuse me, not sorry. Say, thank you for waiting, not sorry, I'm late. Say nothing when you just exist. And to track this, you're going to notice when you have the urge to apologize. By the way, you are 100% going to screw this up. There is absolutely no way that you're doing this perfect. It's just not going to happen. So get okay with that, and then don't apologize to me tomorrow for not doing it right. Because I know you. I know exactly what'll happen. I'll get it in the thread. I'm so sorry. I said I was sorry. Should have said I was sorry again. You guys are going to freak out, right? Don't need any of that. Let's not do the negative feedback loop. Let's just live in reality. The deal is, I know and you know there is no way to do this 100% correctly, so I don't want you to even try. What I want you to notice is when you do it, and then try your very, very best to not, right? This is one of the funniest things I work with in my one-on-one practice, is teaching very, very specifically the affluent how to not apologize for existing. They're like, I'm really sorry I'm late. How about you just say thank you for your patience? By the way, that's so much more empowering to the people around you. Saying thank you and showing gratitude. So much more powerful than I'm sorry, pay attention to me. Because that's really what it is. Hooray. I know that you really love it when I call you selfish, but that's what it is, right? It's you saying, don't, oh God, right? It's you protecting you, not saying you're sorry to them. So in that vein, you have until 6 p.m. tomorrow, Eastern time. So you want to track this. You want to notice when the urge hits, watch your mouth catch up to your shame reflex and stop it, right? If you mess up, it's cool. Start over again and again until your nervous system learns that showing up doesn't need a permission slip. Nobody has to tell you it's okay to exist. You're going to be late for stuff. You're probably going to screw this up. I'm waiting for the first apology to show up in the thing today where somebody says they were sorry they were late to the meeting. I know who it won't be that I'm excited about. He knows exactly that I'm talking to him too. Smiling right now, just laughing. So I want you to have fun with this, guys. Yesterday, I was so stressed out about getting on here that I didn't really get to show you the versions of me that actually get to be playful and that are here with you. I love this shit because what you get a chance to do is go out and try on new behaviors and do things that are outside of what your normative is. And that's how we grow. So what I want to make sure you do is that when you do this, show us in the group, get in there and talk about it, get way outside your comfort zone and let other people in. So it's more of an exercise of growing and healing together than it is an exercise of like, how do I do this perfect? Is that making sense to everybody? Okay, cool. I'm really glad. So I have a question to ask. And it's a favor to me, actually, and I'm not great at asking for stuff. So here we go. I am launching an in-person workshop. Many of you may know that already. You probably saw it on my Instagram channels and all that stuff. So my assistant, or I guess not my assistant, my marketing monster, who we call Jade, is amazing. And she came to me today and she was like, what if, I think that people are afraid to come and do this thing, not because I'm scary, but because they're afraid to do it alone. So we had the idea of doing like buy one, get one half off. So you could bring a friend at a reasonable price. What do you guys think about that idea and that offer? Say something in the comments so I can see you, because I'm very curious about that. We want to make sure that we fill this room and we want to help as many people as possible, of course. But the main thing is we want to make sure that it's affordable and cost effective and everybody can do it. Anybody that wants to do it, but also we have to make sure that we can pay for it. So, all that said, I wanted to just share that with you guys. We're probably going to launch it one way or the other, but I am curious about 13 messages. Jesus. Okay. You guys are talking a lot. We got some questions. I love this new exercise. I'm really glad. Mark, that's really important coming from you. Mark has been with me, by the way, guys, going on for, I think, 2 years. And he's done the boot camp several thousand times at this point. I'm pretty sure of it. He probably is better at boundaries than I am. So that said, maybe Mark will teach the next one. I'll just hand it over to him. But I'm curious to know your thoughts, whether that's something that you think would be viable. Would love to come in person. Can't take time off work. I get it. Big fan. Sorry, I get it. That's awesome. Great. Okay, so you guys like the idea. That's really cool. And I appreciate the feedback. So I'm going to be sending that out to try and help people, get involved and come play with me in person. I think it'll be a lot of fun. And I've made that even as ridiculous as this. So going back to the point, so we don't bury the lead here today, you are not going to apologize from now until now tomorrow. You'll get, of course, after this is through, I will tweak the video a little bit so you guys don't see me scratching my nose prior to my uploading, and then from that you'll be able to watch this and do all the things, and we'll be sending out, of course, reminders. In addition to that, if you guys are not on the waiting list for the upcoming boot camp, you can sign up for that as well. Just go to nickpollard.com. It'll put you right on the waiting list page, and you can sign up there if you want to know more about that. Beyond that, the waiting list, by the way, does close tonight. So if you're going to get on that now, so you can be on that, be ready to do that. It does have special pricing and all those things. But short of that, I'm excited to see you guys tomorrow. I'm excited to hear what it's like to not to apologize for an entire day. And love y'all. Bye.